Good morning everyone. Today we will be discussing about risk and vulnerability of natural disasters and their analysis. We will be also discussing about various concepts of risk and vulnerability. The evidences shows that losses from natural and human-made disasters are increasing, which causes deaths and injury to many millions, leading to the destruction of property and continuously setting back the efforts of people and communities living in poorest countries to develop. Enough is known about the causes and frequencies of disasters and their likely effects for us to begin to estimate future losses and plan accordingly to reduce the effects as a part of an overall development strategy. There is a certainty in near term non-linear changes in the critical assumptions of the relationship between past and future risk. Risk informed systems based approaches and decision making is important for utilizing the regenerative potential of communities from destruction. As per H.G. Wells, adapt or perish now as ever is nature's inexorable imperative. If we fail to adapt, it is likely that the civilization or the community may perish. In this part of the module, it is designed to enhance your understanding of risk and vulnerability, its concepts, methods for risk reduction, vulnerability analysis, and strategic development for vulnerability reduction. Earthquakes, flood, droughts, and other natural hazards continue to cause thousands of deaths, hundreds of thousands of injuries, and huge economic loss leveling to billions of dollars throughout the world. The Emergency Events Database records 600 disasters globally per year, and which also shows that disaster frequency is increasing day by day. As I've mentioned, there is a non-linear increase in the number of disasters occurring globally. Disasters are major source of risk for the poor and wipe out development gains and accumulated wealth in developing countries. It is estimated that about 25 million kilometer square area and 3.4 billion people, which is accounts to the greater than half of the world's population, are exposed to at least one hazard in a year. So when you discuss disaster, if you want to define disaster, it is an event that causes damage, economic disruption, losses of life, and deterioration of health, which may require an extraordinary response from outside the affected community in order to resiliate from the disaster. If you think about the difference between hazards and disasters, normally nature creates only hazards, but humans make them as disaster. The hazards turns into a disaster when the people, those who live in the danger zone, are vulnerable and having no capacity to cope with the hazard. So, which means that disaster occurs when a hazard risk is realized. So, for understanding the connection between a hazard and the disaster, vulnerability, and capacity, can be concluded that disaster may be found as hazards multiplied by vulnerability and divided by the capacity of the community to cope with it. The definition of the vulnerability may be the human condition attributed to the physical, social, economic and developmental factors which determine the likelihood and scale of damage from the impact of a hazard. Whereas poverty, its measurement is static and depends on income or food intake, and vulnerability is more dynamic nature and which encompasses the physical, social, economic and environmental factors. If you see, as a common rule, all the poor people living in hazardous area are vulnerable, but if you see, as a rule of fact, not all the vulnerable are poor. The capacity refers to the manner an individual and a group and organizations use the available resources under their control to limit the impact of a disaster. The disaster preparedness, which involve few conditions, in which the first one is understanding the hazards which associated with a type of event. For example, like cyclone, flood, drought, earthquake, etc. need to be understood if you want to prepare for the occurrence of a disaster. Also, understanding the ways how the type of events inflict losses is important to know. In case of cyclone, the losses occur due to heavy rains, strong winds and storm surges. Similarly, it is also important to understand the vulnerability or susceptibility. For example, in terms of cyclone, coastal areas are more susceptible to inundation and wind, which inflicts damage to life and property, and also uproots or damages trees, telegraph and electric lines. So if you want to reduce the vulnerability, actions and measures that reduces vulnerability to be adapted. Example, if I may tell you, for floods and cyclones, strengthening of bunds, coastal flood embankments, shelter belts and windbreakers, etc. reduces the vulnerability for the cyclone. Also, the physical condition dictate exactly what profile of natural hazards a nation may face. Change in vulnerability requires political will of the government and the long-term development interventions aimed at the poor and marginalized vulnerable people living in a disaster-prone areas. It is also important to consider the capacity enhancement of the coping mechanism of communities is possible through disaster preparedness over a short period of time, which is also called as disaster risk reduction. The response of a community towards a disaster is the intervention during or immediately after a disaster to meet the immediate needs of the communities affected by the disaster. Initial step of disaster preparedness is to identify the potential risk, assess its viability, evaluate the probability of risks occurring and appraise the potential damage. The vulnerability assessment depends on the frequency of hazards within a specified area, then the population density, the vocation of the majority of the people, etc. In case of cyclone, the proximity to the coast, river, low-lying areas, transport and communication that depends the vulnerability assessment in an area. Hazard awareness and understanding the causes and consequences of the hazard are the first steps in the disaster reduction process, which is known as hazards risk management.